Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Yeah, sorry for that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday we were looking at these points of how to put checkpoints, like how do we use assert, verify, and
Mm-hmm.
after that we have also seen assert, verify, wait for shown you. Let's see some things or any of these scripts real for us. Okay, when I have this, I'll go to some website where it says flash, and I'll click on this Wikipedia. So all unintended things coming up. Close this and delete these two steps also. So my intention was to click on this Wikipedia link. Then go to this page and verify, assert. First assert whether this title of the page is there or not.
Mm-hmm.
Show all available commands. Assert title. Assert title, flower, Wikipedia, so and so. This title is the page title.
Yeah.
Okay, assert title, this one. That will get recorded now. Because I will assert whether I'm on the page or not. In the page I will verify some other elements.
Yeah.
So I will verify this text, whether this text is present or not. Verify text ID is equal to. Then I will verify whether this image is present or not. For that I use verify element present. That's it. I stop it now. So I'm asserting one element and then I'm verifying two elements. I'll just run it. How far it will satisfy the requirements, we will check. It is loading the page for the Wikipedia, then it will go to the next page. So it says timed out after 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But the remaining steps are executed.
Yeah.
This should get executed actually. I'm not sure why it's waiting for such a long time and then closing it off. Some things like these happen in this sometimes. My Selenium ID is of different version and Firefox is of different version.
Yeah.
Very long back Firefox, maybe that's also a cause. Okay, our point to note is because it is asserting that it has come to that page where the title is that one. It is executing the remaining commands also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say if I say here assert title and I will say I give some unrequired or which is not that
Present.
item
Yeah.
or which is not that element which is not present on the page. If I give something like that, I gave one at the end, so it will stop at that point itself. anyways it's timing out at the step of click and wait flower equal to, but after that it will stop totally. So it's executing all the remaining 3 steps. I will stop there. See, it says actual value flower so and so did not match the flower so and so Wikipedia last at the end 1. So it stopped at this point.
Yeah.
Now I'll change the any of the verify elements. I'll give IDs. Here I'll change the verify element name 1. I'll give 1. Now it should be executing the remaining statements also after that verify. So there is only one statement at the end that will also get executed. However, the test case will fail. What happens if the removal step is not performed? Surprising. This step should also get executed if it is in the same page, so it should get executed. If you try in your browser, I think that get executed. If it's the same, if it's in a different page, then that will not get executed. If it's in the same page, then that should get executed for verify. Okay, this I just wanted to show you as an example. There are examples in the PPTs also, which I'll just provide you. After the class, I provide you the PPTs about the Selenium IDE and all. The notes kind of thing to refer. Okay, so you understand the basic concept, right?
Yeah.
So maybe in IDE it's not working that fine, but when we use RC and WebDriver mostly, it will definitely work for us, because that's through code, totally through code. And here these also, if your IDE and Firefox match the same pace and same version of the latest version, then I'm sure that will work.
No.
Okay, then go to the next topic. We verify an ID we used. Wait for a second, we will use it like this. Okay, click and wait is already there, so that's why it's showing wait command example. If you use only click and wait, the difference also you can see. Here we have click and wait. If I change it to only click, this also if I change it to only click, let's look at what happens in this case. Okay, it's fast, so it's going through, but usually if you just give click only, then it will not go through that statement. It will say the element is not found, because the element will not be found on the page, but still you are trying to click and go into that page. So wait statement will when you say click and wait, it will wait.
It will acknowledge. Yeah.
So the boolean value for true will written to it when the page is loaded.
Yeah.
That's what happens. element link is equal to flower Wikipedia for way not found, it says. When I give, okay, this was the thing that was not getting executed, right? Okay, I have a remedy for it. I will show you when we look at locators. Not only the link text of it, I also have different other options that I can use for this link to click, which is it is not taking the link text. Just quickly browse through it and show you how to use it. Or generated through Firefox.
Your voice is very low. I mean,
Did I show you how to use Firefox?
Firebug.
Downloading and using Firefox?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I actually would have thought to use it when we will be looking at locators. But okay, anyways, I'm using it right away. And I'll show it to you exactly when we completely come across locators.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening. Now it's started the first point, first starting command. This is what happens if you rely on purely on IDE or anything. We have to manually also depend on ourselves and look at it. See, when I am double clicking on that element, it is working fine, but when it is coming to this point, it is not working.
Mm-hmm.
It is identifying that element, but it is not working upon it in sequence.
Yeah.
At this step, it got failed, right?
Yeah.
When I double click on this element, it's working fine. It is taking me to the next page. We have a step where we do execute this step which we have, right, in the actions. Execute this command. Similarly, I told you even if we double click also, it should be working. It is working when we double click it, but it is not working in sequence with the Selenium IDE. Maybe this problem with the Selenium IDE. Let me figure out any other solution for it. But for now, it's working as this statement. It's recording correctly, it's doing correctly, but execution is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, my point to make was how to assert a title, how to verify the text, and verify an element. How does it go? Okay.
Yeah.
So you understood the concept, right?
Yeah. And can you just show for assert title, like putting something which is not there? And I mean, I just want to see that it won't execute the next steps, right? When you give assert title and if that element is not present. Or for say, if you give assert title here and flower, and on that side, if that flower is not present or something like that, it won't execute the rest of the steps, right?
Yes. Actually, it should be doing it here also, but I'm not sure what's happening. I close it and I open it again. Let me check. Because in the first it was executing all the steps except one. Now it's not executing anything.
Uh-huh.
You seen, right? It was executing the remaining steps.
Yes.
See, now it's executing. See, other statements got executed. Now, what I do is after this click and wait, I'll give a wait for a page to load statement.
Mm-hmm.
It clicked on that element, but then why is it waiting for the previous statement? I'm not able to understand. That's the only thing. It came to this page.
Again, showing.
It is coming and clicking on this page. Without clicking on this link, it will not come to this page, right?
Yeah.
It has to click that link and only then it has to come to this page. Actually, this is posing the error. So now, if what I've shown you was if I'm giving that something that is not on the page, then the remaining steps will not get executed is what I told, and it will come to that point and it will stop there.
Hmm.
changed the asserting name, title of the page I changed. So here also it's not going through. I gave assert and I gave some other value. It's not matching because I changed the value that I recorded. On the page, it should be, see here, actual value is this, which did not match with the thing in the target. That's what it says. That's why it stopped there. It means it stopped here. Now if I remove this, it should be working for this condition also. When I remove that, then I give here for the verify, it should be working fine in the next statement, next step, but it is not executing for it was not executing the previous time. Let me check if it will execute this time.
Still giving error.
Okay. Yeah, here I changed the name, right?
Yeah, but for verify, I think it should go to the next step, right? Even if it doesn't pass that step.
Here it's just waiting for content something. Something's totally wrong with this thing today. Okay, it should actually be doing the next step, but it is not doing. I'm not sure what the problem is. In our coding related things, anyways, it will definitely do that. And maybe there is some mismatch between IDE and the Firefox version. Because I'm using the Firefox version 16. Remember?
Yeah.
It should be working for you with the latest versions.
Yeah, I'll check in mine.
Okay. So let me move ahead for now. We will look at it some other time then. So the concept, I want to make sure that when you use verify, it will work on the next steps also. When you use assert, it will stop at that point. Okay. So the next things are wait for, and then let's see my commands. Adding, inserting, asserting, verifying, everything is done. So I'll move to the next slide. Okay, at this point I will take you through the locators. Okay, what is a locator? How do you identify an element on a web page? In QTP, we obviously have objects file which will take us through what type of elements they are. So here we will look at what type of web objects are there. As I already told you, for us in Selenium, every object is a web element, isn't it?
Yeah.
However, there are distinctions to identify elements. See, okay. Let me take you through in place like gmail.com. Okay, in this gmail.com, we have a checkbox, we have a button, we have a text box, one more text box, we have image. One second, please. Hello, sorry for that. Okay, you want to listen to me, right?
Yeah.
So in this web page we have text boxes, we have buttons, we have check boxes, we have links, all that we have. So all these are objects for us. Whatever will be seen to us in a web page directly, all these are objects. This is the text box, this is the web button, all these are objects. Now we have elements that we call. What are elements? The HTML form of this object is an element. Just concentrate. Whatever we can see on a web page, all those are objects for us.
Objects.
The HTML form of those objects is an element for us. So when I right click on it and when I say inspect element with Firebug, it will show me a tag of the HTML. So whenever you see the HTML tag in the code of this page, the one which starts with the less than symbol, we have a greater than symbol here, and the first word, whatever you see, that is the element of that object. Okay? So you're getting the point?
Yeah.
Or anything that if you want to ask me again, you can ask me.
No, I understood.
So this is the element that we are referring to, the object corresponding on the web page. So elements are those which are on the HTML code of the object. Fine. So these are the elements. What are the different elements that we can find? For text box we can find input. For button it will be button only. If it's a whole form with text boxes and everything, it's a form. Span will be for things like this. If you have a text anywhere and there is a background for it, that will show as a span. Then we have div, OL, all that. I am also not sure what all these things are, but A is for link. Okay, so we just need to remember that the first word which starts with the tag, is the element. Okay. Now each of these elements have attributes. For this element, I have ID, class, type, spell check, everything I have. So all these are attributes for me. So what is an attribute? Which will describe that element.
Yeah.
So now for my input box, which is the text box name or the text box ID given by the developer is email. Its name given by the developer at the end source is also email. Okay. So these are the attributes, and we can use any of the attributes along with the element to identify that element. I will show you how in a few seconds. Now, using these attributes, what all attributes we can find? These are the most probable attributes. We have many apart from these also. Name, ID, href, title, value, class. These are some of the attributes. You can see here ID, class, spell check, value, name, all these. In in any of the other things, you can find few more. If I show you here in the div, class we have, src we have. For links we will have href as the href as the attribute. So if you find the link on the page, you can show it to you. This is a link, and so this link is an element for us, A, and for A we have ID, class, we also have href. For every link, href is a mandatory thing. So href is also one of the attributes of it. Now using these elements and attributes, we will be able to identify the objects. Indirectly, we will be able to identify the objects that we want to use on the web page.
Okay.
How do we do that? We will use ID, name, XPath, CSS and link text for identifying the objects of the web page through elements. How do you do it? Now I will show you through Selenium IDE how do you identify the elements. I just say you changes. Okay, now I have this email text box into which I want to write anything. Okay. So how do I find it? I'll just right click on it. I'll say inspect element with Firebug. Here is the input. But I don't need the input as such totally. I will need any of these attributes to use. And all these 5 things that I mentioned are the actual locators through which we will identify the elements. ID, name, XPath, CSS and link text are the locators to identify the elements or to locate the elements and use them. Now what will I use it here? I have an ID for this object or element. So what I'll do, see, in the target place I will give that whatever I have to identify. So I have ID is equal to email. Now I'll say find. I'll click on this find to verify whatever I was checking, was it the correct one or not. See, it's highlighting, right? So whatever element or object that you want to identify, if you identify with ID or name and give anything here and click on this find, if it is highlighting, then that is the correct element that you have identified.
Okay.
Okay, if it's clicking on, if you're clicking and it's highlighting some other element, then you have to relook at that identifier. Identifier or locator or anything you can call it. Okay, I can also use name. Name also, its name also is email. If you see that. Okay, I will click on this find again. Still it is highlighting. If I use email 1, it will not highlight. It will say not found. See, locator not found. Okay. So this is about name and ID. If you right click on any element and if you say inspect element with Firebug and if you find ID or name, use ID or name as much as possible because those are the fastest ones which will run in a test script.
Okay.
Okay. ID and name are the fastest which will run in the test script for you.
Okay.
If you have something else, then you have to use something else. Okay. Now it's the case of link text. Link text is also one of the element locator or identifier. How do we identify using link text? Link text is only used for links, and we can find link text only for links. What is a link text? The visible text appearing for the link is the link text.
Okay.
So for this link, I have the create an account is the link text, but whether whatever is seen, is it the same thing that is mentioned by the developer or not, I will verify. Okay, I'll go to this. Here I have what is in between these two tags. The A tag which is starting and ending here, and there is a /A tag. So in between these two tags, whatever I have, that is the link text of that link. Confusion? Hello?
Got it.
So
Yeah, hello.
in every element will start with a greater than symbol and it will less than symbol and it will end with a greater than symbol. After that you will have some text and at the end you will also have the / and the tag,
Using
same tag
tags, yeah.
which with it started. Between these two, whatever is there, that is a link text. For links, it is a link text. Fine.
Okay.
So this is the link text. We can use this link text and identify that link.
Okay.
Now I copied this link text, and when I will use it, I'll say link is equal to, and I'll give the text. It should identify me that link. It's not, because I have given extra spaces. Now when I click it, it's highlighting, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So through links text also I can identify it, but I'll just give that as link is equal to.
Okay.
So this is identifying through the links text or simply link text. The link text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The links text or the link text. But we will mention it as link is equal to.
Okay.
Okay. So that's about ID, name and link. Now we have XPath and CSS. What is an XPath? XPath is the hierarchical path of the element in the HTML code.
XML, is it in XML or?
It's not
I
XML.
remember it's in XML, yeah.
XML is different. This is XPath. XPath actually maybe from XML only.
Yeah. I mean, I remember reading, I was studying it long back. So
it's the hierarchical path of the HTML page.
Okay.
Through which we will use the, suppose I want to identify this element, I don't have its name or ID, anything. I don't have its name, ID or class or anything, I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So how to come to this place? How do I identify it? So what I will do, I'll just give it /, wherever you start as the parent element. Parent node. What is the parent node?
Yeah.
The node at which it will start. This is the, right now I am taking the first node as the parent node. So I'll give / input. This is the syntax I will use. I'll show you that syntax is also. So this is the XPath usage. What is the syntax is? / parent, we will give a parent element, and then we will give / for child element in between. So my syntax should be / element name, then within square bracket @attribute is equal to, within single quote, attribute name. First we will give / and the element name. Let me show it here, then you will understand it better. Okay, I am identifying the element, text box element. So I'll give / and the element name first. You can see here, / element. Which element? Input element. Then square bracket start and attribute name. Any attribute name I have to give. I will give class. Class we don't have any name. I will give type. I can give type or name or anything. I'll give type. Type is equal to attribute / element, and then within square bracket start attribute is equal to, then attribute value, whatever is the attribute's name or attribute's value here. Here it is email. I'll give within single quotes. Within single quote it should be, and then square bracket close. Now I will identify this element through this XPath. I will check whether this element is getting identified or not, the text box element. When I double click on it, it should highlight.
Yeah.
It's highlighting. Which means my XPath is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, double slash element within square bracket start at the rate attribute is equal to within single quote attribute name. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, by end of the class, I will give you all these files. Just you can just go through them.
Yeah.
So that's how we use elements or XPaths for element. Do you have any basic idea previously only about XPath, because you were saying XML?
Yeah, I mean, I remember doing it in one course. So.
Okay.
But as you said, it's like for following the path of or the syntax or where exactly the tag is.
Yeah, it's like a hierarchical path. Based on the hierarchical path, we are finding that element.
Yeah.
That's why it is called the XPath.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say if I'm not able to find using that syntax that I used, so I have to go to this element's parent. Where is this element's parent? Here, form ID is equal to. Then I should be using, instead of, if I am not able to find it using like this input at the rate, then I'll go to this element's parent. What this element's parent is form. So I'll give form slash. So wherever I am not able to find from the basic element, I will go to that's parent element. If I am not able to find with that parent element also, I'll go to even more higher hierarchy. Okay, you are understanding?
Yeah.
So how to identify whether that's the parent or not? Just collapse it or expand it. From that you will get it. If I collapse it,
Okay. Yeah.
underneath it I can see all these elements.
Mm-hmm.
These are the different elements. My element is also one of them, one among them. This one. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, if you feel that this is difficult, try doing exercises on this. But we also have a shortcut or a easy way of using it. We don't need to get the path by struggling like this. We have something called a fire path that we can use.
Okay.
Just go to Google, just say download fire path. Fire path will come. Here it is the fire path. When you just say click, when you click on this add to Firefox, it will get downloaded, and when you download it, you will see it when you use the fire path. Something like when I right click on it and say inspect element with fire path, inside this structure I will be able to see at the end fire path. If I don't install fire path, it will not be shown.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have fire path in my system, in my Firefox, I can just click on this fire path and use this icon, mouse pointer icon. I can use this. Click on any of the elements. If it is not coded correctly, I use it on some other element. Okay, when I open this, it will show the path, or when I'll click on this fire path and I will click on the mouse pointer icon, and whichever element I want to find, I will click on that element.
It's similar to objects by then.
Yeah. Then it will show me the path which I should be using.
Okay.
Okay, just delete the dot. There will be a dot in the starting. Just delete the dot and copy that path and give it in your Selenium IDE. Then you can identify that element. Just say find, it will highlight. Okay.
Your voice is breaking.
Now is it fine?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you were able to see how I used it?
No, can you repeat it?
Okay. When we click on this mouse pointer icon and click on any element that we want to identify, so it will display, because we have clicked on this FirePath element in our Firefox. When we did the inspect element with FirePath, we got this type. So in that we will have the FirePath. If we install the FirePath, this blank text box will be filled when we use this mouse pointer icon and when we click on any element that we wanted to identify. That will be the XPath for us.
Yeah.
So we will copy that XPath. We will put in Selenium IDE and we will verify whether that XPath given is correct or not. We will just remove the dot at the starting.
Yeah.
When you say find, it will highlight. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how you can find elements without using manual effort, without writing XPath for yourself. But it is always advisable that you have knowledge of writing XPaths.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I will give you the text file and the other files, how to use XPath, how to go about all those, that you can practice. Okay. And tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow, which means today evening, your time, are you available? Tomorrow morning also I will take one class.
Morning, I'm not sure, but today evening I'll be available.
Yeah, today
Yeah,
evening,
because I said
evening.
Saturday mornings usually I won't be there, but yeah, today I will be available.
Yeah. Which means tomorrow morning for me, which is today evening for you.
Yeah.
If I want to take class somewhere around 8 o'clock, is it fine?
Yeah, 8:30.
8 o'clock
Okay.
is 8:30 for you.
Fine.
Then be ready by having dinner, because I don't want to delay your dinner.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll stop at this point for today and let's resume in your evening, which is my tomorrow morning. And I will continue this topic. I will send you all these files. Just go through them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for now. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.